your?
I don't know. To be honest, I don't know. Now I can see that everything is fine. I think it was my one actually.
Okay.
But now it seems like it's fine. Okay.
Cool. Let's just start over.
Let's start over. Okay.
Okay, great. Awesome. Do you want me to do the Surge intro as well as myself?
Yes, I would love that, please.
Awesome. So Surge is a female-led organization focused on educating and onboarding more women in crypto. I met my co-founder Juliet during a crypto fellowship called Kernel. At that time, I was working in marketing, branding, doing some social media stuff, and really always liked brand building. And I had started a self-educating journey into crypto, became really fascinated with the technology, but also felt that through that journey, I felt like there wasn't, YouTube, I had to go on different blogs, I had to like text friends all the time in order to learn. But I felt like there wasn't a lot of easily accessible and easily digestible educational content. And so through that journey, it became really apparent to me that I wanted to help fix the information pipeline. Anytime that I would talk to friends about it who weren't already interested in crypto, they would say that they found the language around it really intimidating, didn't understand the terminology, the terms feel like a gated community. And so I wanted to work and change that. And then the other thing that I became really passionate about was creating a safe space for women who were interested in this, because the space felt so male dominated. I would go on Discord or Twitter, and 90% of the people I was interacting with were male. So I became really passionate about creating a space for women and non-binary individuals to learn together through this journey. And so those were the two main points that we started Surge with. We started creating content, and created a Discord community for anybody that wanted community walk through this journey. And now we went live 3 months ago, and now we also have a job board, which we can get later, but it's basically a job board where top Web3 companies come to hire solely women and non-binary talent, to bring more people to work in crypto that are female, identify as non-binary. So that's where we're at on our journey, ready for the Surge. Lots going on.
Well, I mean, that's really cool. Congratulations. And I mean, it's really amazing that inclusivity still remains like, you know, like the most important value for you guys. And like, I really appreciate the fact that someone is making sure that everyone is included in this Web3 world that, you know, it's such a hype. Like I actually really wanted to do the live with you, first of all, because me, like myself, I'm like trying to get into the crypto world, and I just opened my Binance account. I'm like just starting to buy like coins here and there, but to be honest, like I have my 18-year-old little cousin that is like a crypto genius, and he like was trying to explain to me the whole thing, but he uses a terminology that for me is not understandable. So when I saw Surge that explains it in a very like simple way, like that's how like it made it so much easier for me to get educated. So thank you for doing that. I'll ask you actually, how is your how's your wallet? I'm very curious. So what should like a crypto dummy do to like get started? What wallets should you go on? Discord, or what was it, Binance or Coinbase or MetaMask?
Yes. So there's a few things. When it comes to exchanges, a lot of it depends where you live. So like you're in Europe, so like Binance is used internationally a lot. In the US, people tend to use Coinbase or Kraken. So there's different exchanges that you can use, but there's centralized exchanges, which is what you're describing, like Binance, Coinbase, Kraken, where the place where you can exchange your dollar or your euro or whatever currency you have in your country for crypto. So centralized exchanges are where you still have to say like your identity, right? Like you get KYC, you have to show
Okay.
a photo of your passport.
Yeah.
Then taking a step further, you can go to decentralized exchange where you only log in MetaMask. So the reason that a lot of people have MetaMask and why you need it is because a lot of Web3 websites, you technically can look at it as like signing in with your MetaMask wallet. So it becomes like an online IQ, but nobody knows that your wallet, right? Like it's fully encrypted. And so with a MetaMask wallet, that's how you can buy NFTs on OpenSea. That's where you can keep like play around with decentralized exchanges. That's where you can a lot of the time you'll need a wallet to log in to sites and just really interact with the blockchain. And these are things that are super important when you're starting your journey. So we have like a how-to guide, like how to download MetaMask, how to make an account, and how to keep your seed phrase protected. And then you mentioned Discord, which is an extra step. I think Discord is great for community and education. It's not the most user-friendly app to start playing around with, but we actually also created like a how to use Discord guide because if you want to buy NFT, if you want to keep up with these crypto communities, a lot of the times they live on Discord. So if you want to learn the most that you can and get the most that you can out of Web3, I would recommend getting familiar with Discord.
Okay. And what about NFTs? Can you tell us a bit more about NFTs? Because, okay, it's a non-fungible token, and that I know. I know they started off being associated, especially with art. And it's what's valuable is like the ownership of digital art, the right to own that piece of digital art. But I mean, what else can you do? What else can an NFT be?
Yeah, it's a great question. So the reason why, like a reason why NFT and art became intertwined and really popular is actually it's a great example of what an NFT can do, but by no means all that it can do. But the reason that it's attractive to artists is that number one, authentication. Like a gallery has to present in the real world, a gallery has paperwork for you to indicate that this piece was made by the artist who they're claiming it was X years ago. And so on the blockchain, everybody can visibly see when that was meant, what the contract, meaning that you can actually see a record on a blockchain piece of code that tells you you can't like authenticate it, you can't basically create a fake one, like because you can go and read the contract. And that has become a way of like first interacting with like digital pieces of art, because then if I buy, for example, a CryptoPunk, right, then which is a popular NFT, and I buy it from the contract of CryptoPunks, everybody in the world can visibly see that I own it. I don't need a gallery to prove it. I don't need a piece of paper that could technically be faked. Like that is
Already
correct.
proof of ownership in itself.
But now, because NFTs are just like digital proof, they can go so far beyond this, where like these NFTs are now like memberships, or if you can verify I hold a specific NFT in my wallet, I get access to X membership, right? Or like the say, here's the Laker NFT, the 1,000 people that hold it get to go backstage once a year. And how that you show your NFT, right? So we are about the utility that can come in touch with NFTs. So our NFT, we have an in-house art doing the art, and we love the art part. But for us, and the reason we're calling it the Search Pass is because the utility that will come along with it, and golden ticket into Web3, like a passport to Web3, because if you hold a search NFT, we're going to have a dashboard of perks. And if you are a holder, we can verify that you do your MetaMask in fact has that NFT. And once we verify that, you have access to perks that partners are providing us. So you'll have access to discounts, subscriptions, educational on crypto, um, you know, coupons to use on Web3 tools. So if you have this, that's a membership to a bunch of perks that will help you get skin in the game. Because like you said, a lot of the time, like, I want to jump into crypto, where to start, everything costs money. And so here is to like the NFT that gives you the tools to get started. So that's an example of utility that checking that you hold an NFT can give you, right? You can essentially give any utility to it. You could make the Ginevra NFT, and it means that any holder of it gets to come on an interview with you once a month, right? You can verify
Good
that
idea,
using.
actually. Great idea. That would be really
Yeah,
cool. So
yeah.
basically, like for how you guys are using it at Surge, it's like a community builder. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it creates community all around the same values, I guess. Do you have like, are there like a set of rules that you have to like comply to around the NFT?
Yeah, so it's interesting for us because, like I mentioned, once you have a MetaMask wallet, your identity is anybody, right? So there's not really a great way of KYCing people and like figuring out, because ideally we want to get this into the hands of as many women as possible. But what we're doing is we're doing a pre-sale list, and we're extending this list to friends, people already in the community that sign up first.
Okay.
And right now, up to date, because so female centric, our probably has around 90 to 95% female and non-binary individuals. So opening this to that community ensures us that we're getting a lot of women right off the bat. And then just like taking initiatives, like we're doing a contest where the more women you in Discord, the person who most like wins an NFT, and one of their friends who's female wins it. So this is another way of like getting more women in. And also at the end of the day, a guy can buy the NFT, right? Which is fine. We have male allies. We love our male allies that come
Yeah.
are cool. But if you are a holder of this NFT, a lot of these perks, like some will be for all, but some you take that extra step. There'll be like scholarships or courses where like then the company will have an interview with you and make sure that you're able. So basically, you'll get more for your buck if you're a woman who owns this
Woman and
NFT. But if man or it's fine. You'll
okay.
target for us like 85-15, right? Or 10. So we're working towards that and figure out ways to get this in the hands of as many women as possible.
That's really cool. Congratulations for this. It's so exciting, honestly. Like, wow. I also wanted to ask you, since of like, I'm sure that all of these courses, and even though like, yes, you are part of like a community, everything is pretty much online, obviously. So my question is, what do you do? Like, are you like a nature lover? Are you a nature person? You spend a lot of time to kind of disconnect and actually connect, like really connect, with yourself and
It's
with nature.
interesting because the crypto world like doesn't stop, right? It's 24/7. It's Saturdays and Sundays. I'm not working so much Saturdays and Sundays, but I mean, I still do work a couple hours on those days. This is definitely the hardest and you know the long hours I've ever worked in my life. However, the happiest I've been at work, which is a long way, right? A lot of it doesn't even feel like work exciting, but I do spend a lot of time on my computer, phone. Like it never really stops, right? Like even if I take a break, my to-do list just gets longer. Um, but for me, it's actually super important to like every day not be on the computer all day and like take time. Like being in Hawaii is amazing for that reason. Like I'm here for like a month now and like, going
Mm.
surfing, doing some sort of activity, right? Like going to the gym, going surfing, playing tennis, playing volleyball. Um, and then meditating every morning. Like I need that before I ever look at my phone. I meditate like 20 minutes. So I think stuff like that keeps me sane. Putting my phone away at dinner, just like at a certain time of the night, I just like put my phone away and deal with it all in the morning. So I disconnect, because if I don't put it away, I'll just keep going through the night. So really just like holding myself accountable and having times like log out, going on hikes because I'm happiest. Even though I'm happy working, like I'm definitely much happier taking breaks and being in nature. So really just like finding that balance. And some weeks are easier than others when it comes to balance. But yeah, I think you'd go crazy if you don't take those breaks and spend time in nature.
I agree. You need a bit of, yeah, I agree. You need a bit of both, just so it's a win-win situation. But it's, I mean, Hawaii, I have to say, you picked kind of the
Yeah,
perfect place to do this, obviously. I mean, yeah, most beautiful
to
place.
just relax, break.
Exactly. But
Yeah.
yeah, so okay, I think we've talked about everything that I wanted to talk about. I'm definitely gonna send you a WhatsApp later asking you about your wallet and about all the
Yeah.
coins that you have in
Yes.
yours.
I'll
And
send you some.
thank you so much. And thank you so much for this. And enjoy Hawaii and speak soon. Thank you so much for this, Denise.
I hope to see you soon. That was so fun.
Yeah, thank you so
Really,
much. You
thank
too.
you.
Bye.
Glad it worked at the end.
Yeah,
Bye.
me too. Bye.